Alright, bbay40 back with another video covering day 5 of the challenge to get Prestige 1 in 7 days. And I'm starting off here using my melee because I think this is the last thing I have left to do in the Battle Pass challenge to complete the kill 1500 zombies with melee. So I also want to talk about this melee strategy that I think will help a lot of players. I see a lot of players go kind of like head to head. They go straight into the zombies trying to hit them with their melee weapon. And you just take hits if you do that. The best way to kill the zombies is to turn them sideways. Go by the side of them. And unfortunately this starter melee weapon, the Kabar, you have to get fairly close to the zombies. So it's very difficult to avoid taking any hits. But you can see I can get close to a whole group of zombies and kill them one by one without taking too many hits. And it's all because I'm turning them. I go back and forth, left to right in half circles and keep the zombies turned to the side. It gives you a big advantage over fighting them. And you also got to keep an eye on any coming in from the sides. You notice I'll just go off, I'll see someone coming in from the side, and I'll go off and kill him before he joins the bunch. So this is the melee technique I wanted to go over. So hopefully this will help some players who have struggled with melee kills. You gotta just keep moving around them, keep them in a tight little bunch, and you have to get your little green. I use a little green circle for my crosshair. The crosshair has to be on the zombie to strike the zombie, otherwise you just end up missing it. So anyway, I just want to discuss that melee strategy here before moving on. This is a run where I went 48 rounds. I got booted in round 48 because Brian did an update where he unlocked the tiers that were locked. I was locked out of tier 10, but I'll actually be able to get into tier 10 now. And I show that at the end of this video after I get booted. So only one more tier to go, but I need $1.6 million to buy all the tier 11 guns. There's 8 guns now, 8 items to buy in tier 11, and each one costs $200,000. So still got a lot of grinding ahead, and only 2 days to do it. So I'm gonna have to play a lot the next couple days to be able to get that 1.6 million. But I will have the best guns in the game. When I unlock tier 10, I will have the MGL, which will replace this POR 20. It is much stronger and efficient, and it will get me the money quicker than this will. I also am able to unlock my favorite M2HB, the big machine gun, which is basically the same gun you see on the turrets. In addition, I unlocked my favorite sniper rifle, which is the Hecate. It's a very good sniper rifle. Unlock another good shotgun, the Gen 12. It's a good strong shotgun. It's not as good as the AA-12, which I showed previously. It is stronger than the AA-12. The rounds do more damage, but you spend a lot more time reloading because it holds a lot less ammo in the chamber. Other guns, the pulse rifle, the best carbine in the game. I get to unlock that one. And get my TNT, which is going to be a big help too. I wish they gave us more TNT though to work with. You only get 4 of them. So if you want to keep throwing the TNT, you have to keep going into the armory and getting a new batch, which I don't really do very often because the MGL is good enough for me. I will throw occasionally. What I like to do is if I get the zombies frozen like that, which you see right there, I'll toss the TNT under that batch of frozen zombies and try to bring the others over to that area so I can blast them all with one explosion. So anyway, this is going to be about a 30-minute video, 25-30-minute video. I'm going to cut out a lot of the grinding in different maps. try to pop from map to map, just show, you know, highlights of one round in each map. So that one we were just in, I think, was the Last Stand, I think it was called, and that area in front of the Pack-a-Punch is where I like to round up the zombies and fight them right there. And in this map, the Dead Mall, it's one of the 2 newer maps that just came out in previous update, the Dead Mall and Penthouse. This is where I like to stay, and I recommend because it's a very central location for this map. Be right in the middle of this T section right here, where this one turret is sitting. And if you notice that turret, that is a M2HB. It's the same gun that I'm gonna get when I get into tier 10. That big machine gun sitting on that pedestal right there. So, to recap some, this is day 5, and I wasn't able to buy tier 10 guns because it's been locked, and you'll see at the end of this video when I get booted from round 48, it'll pop up with the update information that he fixed the problem with the tiers being locked. So, things I want to remind you not to do not turn on these turrets. They just take the kills away from you. You want to get the kills yourself. You don't want the turrets taking away your money and your XP and your benefits from getting the kills yourself. So don't turn on these turrets. Also, don't see that one that's just sitting there, the drop I let go. That's the drop that rebuilds the barricades. I call it Carpenter. It's got another name. And just another reminder, today, this is October 21st. Brian just came out with another update today where he said that he's going to remove those drops from the game, the ones that rebuild the spawns, rebuild the boards. And, he says he's taking that out of the game, which is, I think, a good thing because they're just annoying. They just slow the game down. It's when I was a noob, I would occasionally grab one just to get a short break from fighting the zombies. You know, it blocks up all the barricades, and the zombies have to fight their way through again. So these days, I don't do it anymore. And I noticed this issue a couple times now where the zombies spawn way outside the map. I don't know, it's kind of a glitch in the game that causes that. Not sure why, but I just reloaded my gun there. So that's another thing I want to remind you. I'll show you here as I'm fighting these guys here in this particular round. This is the knocked map. I've run out of ammo in my PAW 20 here. And anytime you need to get more ammo, you don't have to worry. You don't have to, put these little ammo drops around the map. All you have to do is just go back in the armory. The armory is that little handgun you see up at the very top middle. You see that purple case. A couple to the right is a little handgun. That's the armory. You just click on that. It'll pop up a little window asking you if you want to pay 1,500 points. It's not game dollars. It's actually just the points in the game. Even though it's green, which fooled me originally. I saw the green and I didn't really read the description clearly. I thought it was $1,500 of the money that you earn. And it's not the money, it's the points over to the right, the white number. I got 10,000 points right now. Just have to spend 1,500 to go into the armory and reload all my ammo. And all you do is you go in. As soon as you go in, just hit the exit key and come right back out. You don't have to do anything in there. All you have to do is just go in there and you get a complete new refill on all your ammunition. It'll fill your clip up and your reserve. So it's a nice little helpful feature in this particular game. Personally, I think you should just maybe just make it like Zombie Rush. Just make your guns have infinite ammo. Rather than dealing with all this reloading crap. But I guess you add these interesting animations to the game of watching your guns get reloaded. So, but anyway, it is what it is. But if you run out of ammo, don't forget to go into the armory to restock your ammo. Only takes a couple seconds to do it, and you can do it anytime you need to, and as many times as you want to. There's no limit as far as how many times you can go into the armory and reload your ammo. So anyway, this is the strategy here. If you see and you watch, I never stop. The only time I stop is between rounds. After the round ends, I take a little break and I stop and check things out. But you have to just be constantly moving in this game, especially when you get to high rounds. I'm at round 41 in apocalypse mode. You want to be constantly moving. So I just ran out of ammo. I got to reload. So I hit yes and then exit, and you reloaded, completely reloaded. So it's not hard to do. It just takes a little getting used to. But once you get used to it, it's not a hard thing to do. I just kind of run off a little bit. I go into third person so I can click on the armory button, hit yes, and then hit exit. It's just that quick. And you get completely reloaded. So besides never standing still, you got to use these tertiary weapons. I'm using my PAW 20 exclusively, almost. The only time I might pull out my machine gun or another gun is if I insta-kill. Pops down, I grab an insta-kill drop, or maybe a silver bullet. I get double damage. But even that is good to use with a tertiary, because you just take the zombies down even quicker. So my tertiary right now is this PAW 20. It's the second best one in the game. Probably the second best overall weapon in the game. And you can see it just making quick work of the zombies. So this is the quickest and fastest way to earn money in the game. Like I was saying, I ended up earning about $600,000 in this run, 48 rounds, which I believe took less than 3 hours. I believe. I'd have to go back and review the videos, but I wasn't able to record every minute of this run. I think a couple, one or two videos. I'll have to check and be sure. I may have the entire video, and I can let you know how long it took. But now I'm in the Sky High Arena, the boss round. And the boss round, in this high of a wave, I was having trouble killing the zombies with that M249, so I'm switching over to the AA-12 because it's just a stronger gun, much stronger. Do much better work with these taking down the zombies, as you can see. Much better. So again, you want to just keep moving, just be constantly moving, making sure the zombies don't get on your back. And the only way to do that is just be constantly moving. Just don't ever rest, don't ever stop when you're running from all these zombies. The other thing you have to worry about now in these boss rounds, since the rockets are no longer there, the rockets you can kind of, if you would listen, you can hear them still making noise below deck. They're kind of still there, but they're just not up on the deck level here like they were. I don't understand why or what happened, but back in October when the big Battle Pass 13 came out, Brian had actually fixed the rockets to where they were actually damaging players. But then he did another update around the 13th, and then the rockets all disappeared. Don't know how he could have done that, and he still hasn't fixed that problem. The rockets are still spawning below deck. So, hopefully, I'm hoping he'll be able to fix that soon. But we'll see what happens. So, looking over my information, I believe that I did only spend about 3 hours playing this particular run right here and managed to get 600,000 points. The reason I got so many, at $600,000, the reason I got so much is because of using the tertiary weapon, using that 420 almost the entire time, and taking down the zombies as quick as possible. Killing as many zombies as you can each round, because every round is timed, except for these boss rounds. Any round in a regular map will have a time limit. And a lot of times, if you're in a map by yourself, higher rounds like in the 20s and 30s, in the 40s, it's nearly impossible to kill all the zombies yourself within that particular time frame. So, but to kill the most in that time frame, you got to use these tertiary weapons. So I did actually take the time to go through this entire round and kill the 1,000 zombies that come out in this round. Although now I cut an awful lot of that out because it probably took about 20 minutes to do it all. So now we got them all been down, they're all dead. Just got to kill the boss. I think I go to the mystery box a few times, and I forget what I got. It says I got the MP40, which is not too bad of a gun. It's a personal defense weapon, PDW, and it's an event tier gun. And actually, in my main account, when I got my 7,500 gold pieces from completing the battle pass, I bought the MP40 with the gold money that I got from the battle pass challenge for this this battle pass 13 that we're in right now. So here we are, we're back again in the same, I believe this is the Last Stand map. It's one of the ones I started off with just about. I think the very first one was Kill House and then went into Desert Stash. And this is the one that, right now I'm just showing round 44, but I will cut it back and splice it with round 48. And you'll see here shortly, I end up getting booted in the middle of round 48 because of the update. Brian did an update and he fixed the problems with the tiers being locked. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to show buying all of the tier 10 guns and give a little sneak peek at tier 11. But yeah, this it's always going to take a little time, but it's I don't know, I still enjoy it, the challenge of surviving each round, higher rounds, so zombies get tougher and tougher. And this is apocalypse mode. But as you see, there's no stopping. You just keep running, you gotta just keep moving. You also want to be constantly looking all around, not just concentrating on the zombies directly in front of you. You got to be looking around to see where the zombies are coming from. Make sure you don't run into one. You can know where they all are. Just quick glances if you have to, left and right, to see what zombies are entering the map, entering your area that you got to watch out for. I just ran out of ammo again, so I got to reload really quick. Just 1, 2, 3. That's all you got to do, and go in and go out right away, and you get completely reloaded. Gonna grab me that insta kill. I'm gonna kill some zombies first. That's one of the reasons I switched over from the AA-12 to this minigun, so I'd have it for these insta kill events. It just shoots out 1,000 rounds. The base fire rate of the minigun is 1,000 rounds a second, but I believe when you get the perk, I don't know which one, the brown perk, the brown machine, is the one that doubles your fire rate. So this thing is actually firing 2,000 rounds a minute right now. So, but that just ended, and we're getting close to the point where I'm going to get booted. It's in this round 48. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to get the round 50. I wanted to get that round 50 badge. If you can go 50 straight rounds, I don't know if it matters if you die, if you're in a public server with other players, if you end up getting knocked, come back in the game. I think it might still count as having survived 50 rounds. It just takes so much time to do these long runs in a game. I think on my main accounts, here's where I get booted. My main account, the highest I've done is only 70 rounds. Just because the amount of time you'd have to sit for that, unless you took advantage of glitch spots or took advantage of the boss rounds with the big boss. If you go ahead and kill all the zombies, there's nothing that'll kill you in that round once all the zombies are dead. And you could just take a break. I mentioned that a couple times in previous videos, where you can just you got about 20 minutes before Roblox times you out, or you can just go back and just move your avatar a little bit and it'll reset the timer. So here's what he says: he fixed unlocked tiers being locked. So now I'm going to check it out. I believe now I can get into tier 10 and I can buy all the guns. And you can see I have $1.375, almost $1.4 million. And I'm going to pop up a picture here and show you how much money you actually need to buy all the guns. See, we are tier 9. That's where I am right now. So when I go into my armory, that's where it shows me, tier 9. And here's tier 10. And I'm going to buy my favorite ones first, the MGL. Then get the TNT. Then when I get my M2HB, we'll grab the Gen 12. I'm going to get the pulse rifle. And I'm going to grab the Hecate. But it really doesn't matter because I can buy every single item in tier 10 with the money I have right now. But I just want to get my favorite ones first. So now I just go through and buy all the others. But I still need, if you look at my little picture there, I did a calculation how much money you need to complete pre-prestige. It needs to buy everything in order to get prestige 1. I still need $1.6 million. I got 2 days to do it and get prestige. So that's everything, tier 10. And just a little quick peek into what tier 11 looks like. There's 8 items in tier 11. And tier 11, each one costs $200,000. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video. I appreciate it. And catch me in the next one. Bye.